Hi, this is Steve-O from the 4i Radio Network. I'm here to talk to you about one of our great sponsors called Revenge Lover Designs. Illustrates and designs that fit your personality. For samples and inquiries, please visit revengelover.com.
Greetings, fellow humans. This is Pat Callahan from All White Tukey. You're listening to another great podcast on the 4i Radio Network.
Erin's got some sweet dance moves, baby.
You know it.
I got a cream pie in my pants after that.
Erin,
I thought you always had one in there.
For
snacks for later.
Before you get the show started, are you like the
coconut.
anti-Waldo?
Oh,
she's the Christmas Waldo.
I didn't think about. No, the reason why I bought this sweater.
Oh, it has something to do with your body. Just like what Erin's wearing right now is like the opposite colors of Waldo.
Well, you're also colorblind.
Or Freddy Krueger.
But the reason why I got this sweater, I found it in the children's department at Target last year, and I had to have it because it makes me feel like Sully from Monsters, Inc.
Ah.
Yes.
And it's fuzzy and it feels good. It's actually really warm. I almost had to take it off today at work because I was sweating.
Wow.
And then I realized I couldn't take it off because it is glued to my boobs.
Could, but
I would
you
have
might
had
get
some
more,
bloody nipples.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's an image on there to get rid of.
We don't want bloody nipple blood. Wait,
All
what?
over your
All
bridal
over the
bouquet.
flower. Yeah.
No.
I mean, Marilyn Manson might be into it, though.
Yeah. Hey, so Marilyn, the next time you get hitched, call me.
Yeah.
I will bleed all over your bouquets.
Well, a rowdy howdy to all of y'all in Phoenix and everywhere else in this crazy, crazy world.
Oh, this world is fucked.
So
What happened now?
Everything.
Oh.
yeah, they took my favorite soy milk off of the market.
Really?
And
I thought you
apparently
stopped drinking soy.
It kills you. Well, now I'm going to.
She's like, now.
I thought after your last soy incident.
She's like,
Yes,
now
well-
after the studies have come out.
Maybe.
Which soy was it and why?
I was just kidding.
Oh. I was like,
Sorry.
seriously? How is this not all over my news feed on Facebook, considering...
Because, I would have sent you all kinds of messages of
not just
anguish.
you, but I know
But, yeah.
so many non-dairy milk consumers.
I have an important question, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
When you shave your pubic hairs,
Yes.
do you then put them on my microphone? Because it's very hairy.
No, I actually.
Those are mine.
None of these.
I know yours from a mile away. These are not yours.
None of my pubic hair goes on near any of the microphones.
Damn it. What do I got to do around here?
You can just ask. I can start making up little baggies for you.
Well, now
you have
someone's
a
hair is
stocking
caught in my
well,
teeth.
it's going to be two things. It's either going to be
Stocking
the other.
stuffers.
It's going to be the other gentleman, Eric, who has his beard, or it's going to be Toby hair.
Oh, no. Poop masks. Awesome. All right. Well, I just had to ask because I wasn't
But I'm
sure.
actually very curious, though, why other people's hair would be on your microphone, because I switch out everybody's thing, so you should be using the same exact one that you've been using since day one.
Oh, so it's just my mustache hair.
It could
Good.
be that, so.
All right. Well, it's
That's how
okay.
you
It's your
try
own
to
I'm
poop
glad
mask.
we got down to that
I
hair.
mean, I might have to go out and buy new ones, but since no one likes to contribute money to the podcast by shopping on Amazon or anything like that, we get a
I
kickback.
do all the time.
Do you go to the
Of
Sasquatch.net
course.
and click on the Amazon banner? No, you don't.
I should
All right, I do
start
Adam
doing that, though,
Carolla's.
because I buy
Damn
a lot
it!
on Amazon.
Well, yeah. I bought Adam Carolla's movie.
That's great, and I'm so glad you're supporting somebody who's well established in the
Yeah.
podcasting world and kind of really doesn't need your money.
But we could give money to us.
Yeah, you're right.
We could be giving ourselves money.
All right,
Yeah.
so everyone out there, go to Amazon.
No, you
No, go to
You
Sasquatch.
go to the Sasquatch.net, click on the Amazon banner, and shop like you normally do. I've been in
But I
talks.
do so much Amazon shopping on my phone.
You can just save that. You can actually go to the Sasquatch on your phone, click on the Amazon
yeah.
thing, and then just bookmark it.
Would it still pull up in the app?
And the upper stone.
In the app, I'd probably not. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's okay. I can turn on my laptop one of these days.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. No one else does. So.
No, I want to do it because
Wait.
it's like the gift that keeps on giving. I'll be getting shit cheap on Amazon for myself, and then money would go back to
Us.
It's all right. We still have other sponsors like Raven Designs, and we also
Oh,
have.
yeah, Raven's so great.
She's on Arcade Bros now with me. So.
Woo! Go
I've
Raven!
been eyeing these rubber nipples on Amazon, so next time.
And then we do have another sponsor coming.
Because you're teething?
very soon.
Actually, I wear them
How
on
do
my
they stay on?
on my fingers.
Oh,
Yes.
and you play with your frog?
exactly.
My
My toad, but it's okay. Frog toad. Actually, they are two very different things.
They are very...
But-
they're both amphibious.
That is true.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Creepy amphibians. So 'tis the season to duck your balls and all that fa la la fart stuff. I was at this bank the other day, and I don't know if I've talked about this before, because I've done this bank before. We set up their Christmas decorations, and I just wish they would get new decorations, because they're...
Like anal beads or...
That would be a lot better.
Yeah.
That would be a lot better.
That's what I feel the same way.
They have these really fucking creepy... I'll post a photo of it onto our Twitter and our Facebook so all of you lovelies out there listening to us can experience this.
Please do.
They're these creepy fucking frogs. They're like Mardi Gras gesture holiday frogs that are their Christmas decorations.
I kind of like that.
They're the idea isn't terrible, but how they look is frightening.
That's awesome.
They're really fucking creepy. Like I definitely
I
had
would love that on my tree.
I had a nightmare.
Or just hanging up in my shower.
Maybe in your shower. I could see they'd match. Oh, you don't have that shower curtain anymore.
No.
But I mean, I actually ended up having a dream about frogs a couple nights after, and they came down with a lot of acid rain, and they were burning holes into everything, but then the whole, like your skin and the ground. But as the holes formed, they looked more like geysers from Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And but like different colors. Like it was really weird. And I woke
That
up.
sounds awesome.
I woke up and
A little frightened.
I was definitely scared because
Yeah.
I started.
Acid rain toads. or
Yeah.
frogs, definitely.
Yeah, acid rain toads, frogs.
If you lick them, ooh, that might be a crazy LSD exciting trip. But
not licking toads.
but
yeah,
I had
no.
a crazy dream
Yeah,
actually.
but-
Yeah, it was fucking nutballs. Like, but probably one of the most exciting dreams I've had in a while. Besides my dream with
Esteban.
Steven over here.
Uh-oh.
But
Uh-oh. Am I going to have another best friend, sister-in-law? Kidding.
yes,
Yeah, it's happening.
yes,
Yeah, it's not with me though. I don't know.
Oh, you're getting married to Ryan?
yes.
Oh.
No, I'm marrying your dog.
Oh, my God, Riley.
Riley.
And you would be so great together.
I think so too.
It's about
Can you
time.
guys just move in with me, though? Because I keep asking her to move in, and she won't.
We'll see.
Okay.
We have a lot of places we want to live, so
Oh,
I'll
okay.
let you know.
I understand. I'm not in the picture of her future anymore.
But I was doing acid with my friend Jenica
in the dream? Jenica's...
in the dream, aka Juke, aka
She lives
my
right across
girl
the street
crush.
from the Rogue Bar now. Just found this out.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
shit.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
With who?
I don't know with
I'm
who.
gonna text that bitch right
Yeah,
now. What
but,
the fuck?
Right? I just found this
Nobody
out today.
tell
Breaking news.
me.
Breaking news.
Ooh, all right.
And I found out because I heard it through the grapevine from a reliable source because
she
they saw
probably-
that they saw her.
Didn't tell me because they don't appreciate waking up to me in the morning with some bread and orange juice. Yeah, I mean, I just snuck in to politely give them a little treat when they woke up, and they
You
just.
think they'd be all about it though?
I know.
What? That's so rude.
But anywho,
The stream.
I was with Jenica Junk, and her boyfriend was in there, a few other random people, but we were doing acid, and all of a sudden we're outside.
You were raining.
And the sky starts raining fireballs. And I'm like, oh, fucking shit. Like, we're all, like, serpentine running all over the place, like, trying to hide.
Dodge 'em.
And then all of a sudden, like, all these UFOs appear. And
But there were no frogs?
no frogs.
What night was this?
But this was 2 nights ago.
Okay.
But
Mine was before Thanksgiving.
Abducted me and these 2 other people. And I was like, oh, fuck, like, I didn't shave for this. Like,
they're gonna anally probe me, and they're gonna get lost in the jungle.
And I am not prepared, and they're probably gonna throw me out, and that's gonna suck. But anyway, but yeah, they put us into this tube, and then it's the tube like starts filling with water. So basically, you're gonna drown and die, and so that freaked me out a little bit, and I woke up.
But you're an excellent swimmer.
Yeah, that's true. I do have some gills, or as the doctor would say, scabies. But it freaked me out, so I fucking woke myself up. But I was just like,
shit.
like I woke up looking around, like, wow.
See,
And I wanted to go back into it, but I couldn't.
the only dreams I've woken myself up out of. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
I dream about you.
Sorry, Eric. The only types of dreams that I've woken myself out of,
Steve is just in love with you.
I just saw this thing on Facebook. It's all like for a shoe store, and it says, "Stop working, start jerking."
For a shoe store?
Yeah, I don't know. It's very sorry.
They
to
mean
interrupt.
like the jerk, like the dance move.
I don't know. But this is why I shouldn't be on Facebook while you're doing a show.
Any hoozle. So the only dreams that I have woken myself up from have been so I've had these dreams. I don't know if you've ever had ones like this, but it's dreams where like all of a sudden I'm like about to be attacked. And I try to scream and nothing comes out.
Yes.
And then I wake up immediately.
Right.
But I don't know that I've ever like consciously been like, I gotta wake up.
Yeah.
It's just, that's when I wake up is when I scream and nothing comes out.
Right.
And the only other,
Do you think you're
one,
screaming in real life?
I don't know. Cause I've had roommates while these dreams have happened. You've never woken up to me screaming.
Never.
No. And
I've been woken up too because of you screaming.
Yeah.
But for different reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so, and even
he finally gets it.
He finally caught on.
Finally.
Yeah. Even doing laundry, he still gets to be. I'm a human too. Okay.
Yeah, a sexy human.
Very.
And awesome.
Yeah, and then there's other ones where I'm running. This is the thing. When if I'm running in a dream or walking upstairs, sometimes I'll actually use my feet, and I wake up when I move my leg and it doesn't hit anything.
Yeah.
But the screaming is different. I don't think I've ever been screaming in real life. It's just, it's creepy. It's so creepy whenever I have those dreams because I've never been in a situation
where someone was attacking
where
you.
I was being attacked or potentially being attacked.
Right.
Like I have been in these dreams.
Right.
And I've had they're not the same every time. They're always different and whatever.
What's attacking you?
Like
People?
I said, they're always different. Like there was even a dream I had once. This was a couple years ago where in the dream I was sleeping and I wake up and I see this woman actually coming into my room from the hallway, and I was trying to yell at her, get out, leave, get out, go.
Yeah.
And it didn't come out of my mouth. I was trying to yell that at her. And then, of course, I wake up and I'm like, what the fuck? Who's that lady?
Yeah. Because I've had dreams where, not that I've screamed ever, but
it's more like a yelling. Like I'm trying to say, like, leave me alone or
Right.
get out. Or
I was like crying
you
in
don't
my
belong
dreams,
here. Yeah.
and I would wake up and be crying.
Really?
Yes.
Whoa.
So that was kind of crazy. But then also, and I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but I've had several dreams where I'm fighting someone, but like I'll hit them and it's very, very hard to hit, like to move, to actually do that whole function of like punching someone in the face. And then when I actually do punch them in the face, they don't even like respond.
That'd be terrifying.
Have you ever had that?
No, I actually, when I think about it, I don't think I've ever actually battled somebody in a dream.
Yeah.
Like, not like a fight.
Except for IBS.
Yeah, that's a daily struggle.
Yeah,
though,
that's a daily fight.
Actually, hold on. I'll be right back. But I don't recall any dreams where I have cried in a dream.
Yeah.
However, though, like, who the fuck knows what's happening that I don't remember?
True.
As far as battling dreams, like, I've had dreams where there's, like, a battle going on, and I'm, like, running through it, like, dodging and trying to get through to, it's like a quest or something, and I'm like, you guys are doing that thing, and I'm gonna go and get, like, the shit that we came here for. Like, you keep fighting, and I'm gonna weasel my way in, and we're gonna get out, we're gonna win.
All right, Rick.
Yeah, right? Yeah, because even zombie dreams that I've had, I've never been, like, it's more like I'm diving under them and, like, weaving my way to...
I had a zombie dream, too, the other night because of falling asleep to the Grateful.
The Grateful Dead. Oh, so Jerry Garcia makes you think of zombies.
Fantastic gentleman, so...
Maybe he's a zombie.
Yeah.
He'd be a really terrible zombie, though. He'd just be like...
He looks like he could eat a lot, though, so that could be...
I feel like if I saw Jerry Garcia as a zombie... I would hope I could distract him from eating my brains by throwing him a guitar.
Yeah.
And
that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
And like a bong.
Right.
And just be like, here,
let's do this.
Chase the dancing bears.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hightail it out of here.
I made a bong out of this skull here, so go ahead and
gnaw on its marrow.
Yeah. But,
so you fell asleep to The Walking Dead.
Yeah. No, it was awesome. I recommend everyone to do this because it was super fun. Yeah.
What was your dream though?
So so I don't know if you guys watch The Walking Dead, but Shane is kind of like the bad boy asshole, who is
this is so first season, Natalie.
Incredibly sexy. I know, and I still can't stop thinking about him. It's 4 or 5 seasons later. But what? I was gonna actually look up. That's so funny that you said that. I was gonna look up today what he's doing now, so I could see.
Where are they now? The Walking Dead.
He's not even like that hot. I don't know. His something about him. It's the eyebrows, but
because they look like yours.
They're even better. If that's actually possible, but yeah. So we were like hiding, but we wanted to have sex, but zombies were coming, and then we just fought some zombies together, and it was super sexy. Like, I was, like, jumping off of his back, and
you were nude?
No, I can't fight nude.
No?
Yeah, and I think that it even comes out in my dreams, like, yeah.
And I was thinking about this the other day, actually, because I was watching Archer, and I was actually watching some older episodes, and I was just thinking, like, in the 2 or 3 episodes that I watched, Lana always ends up naked or half naked and then having to kill a bunch of people, and maybe she ends up with, like, stickers on her nipples or something dumb, and then she's still practically bare breast. I'm sorry. If your nipples are covered, I still consider you naked.
If I had her body, I'd probably fight
And
naked.
then, like, a G-string, and she's still just, like, fighting. And I'm like, this is, one, it's bullshit that the one girl spy keeps ending up naked. 2, like, no, who would want to fight naked? Because I thought about how one time I was in the shower, and my power went out.
Oh, God.
And it was the worst. I was just like, holy fuck, if my life could be a horror film right now, this would be the perfect time for the slasher to come get me. I am naked in the dark, wet, and totally vulnerable.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you are so vulnerable when you're naked. This is why they created suits of armor.
You are a gazelle wrapped in bacon at that point. Like, damn, that's frightening.
and covered in like crocodile gravy.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Yeah.
that is the worst. So I don't know. And I think that's too why they always talk about dreams of like, oh, you showed up somewhere and you have no pants on. Because it's the vulnerability of, and that's why the fucking Nazis did that in concentration camps.
Well, it was funny too because this guy that I knew, we were at a party and he was super drunk. Everyone at the party hated him and wanted him to leave. And at one point, they were like, let's go outside because we're gonna fight you. And so they all went outside, and he just gets butt ass naked. But guess what? They fucking still beat his ass.
That's
and probably
awesome.
even more so because he was fucking naked. And like it, your plan is backfiring.
It blew up in your butthole.
Yeah, it blew up in your eye socket. But yeah, so
and it's an interesting thing because,
well, I was thinking too the other day of when if I ever was to get raped, I would pretend like I'm seizuring. And like start foaming at the mouth and like eyes rolling back
at the mouth on command. Like,
oh yeah,
and make it realistic though, because when people really start foaming at the mouth, it's just like, well, I don't know if I have that much saliva.
Not if I just hit a bong. Then I'd be in big trouble. But I was thinking that would probably backfire because the guy would probably be enjoying the undulating that my body is doing.
Well, and two, the thing is that if you're getting raped in the first place, the motherfucker raping you doesn't give a shit about you. Yeah. So they're not really going to give a fuck if you're seizuring and might die. Uh-huh. That's a thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah. But I don't know. I thought it would freak him out, but apparently not.
Well, and it's you don't watch Orange is the New Black, do you?
Bad. No.
Okay.
I did watch the lesbian scene, but just that part.
Which one?
The one that was supposed to be really hot with the girl from that 70s show and the lead character.
Oh, when they were fighting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, there's a lot of lesbian scenes. Like there's and it's really interesting
shocking.
Actually.
I can't believe it.
It's really interesting because one of my coworkers watches the show as well, and we'll talk about it at work like unfortunately, since it's a Netflix series, we both finished it within like a week. So for that week, we would talk about the show, and she would always bring up. She's like, I don't know why they have to do all those sex scenes, blah blah blah. I don't know how they contribute to the story. And I was like, oh, that's right. There is a lot of lesbian sex. I guess I just don't think about it because there's so many crazy things happening in it that like I forget about the sex scene because I'm more focused on what's going on with the characters and their stories.
Right.
So
watching a sex scene to you is them like doing laundry or something. It's
there's some of them that I'm like, okay, when I actually take the time to think about it, I'm like, oh yeah, that one was
so honest,
that was long. That was a long sex scene, and whatever. And I'm just like, but I don't see.
Does it turn you on?
That's the thing is, I don't even remember that it happened half the time. It's not until like somebody like this is what I think is interesting is that I like not only her, other people that I have talked to about this show, they'll bring that up too. They're like, I don't know why they have to have so many sex scenes. And I'm like, what sex scenes? And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, sorry. I was more focused on the characters and the story of it. And I'm like, there is just sex plot involved, but it's even in certain movies.
I mean, it makes sense as far as, if it was just like them exploiting it. But I feel like that is accurate as far as in a women's jail.
Well, the thing is, too, is that some of these scenes don't all take place in the jail. Because in the show, they do a lot of character background.
True.
So they'll do flashback sequences, and you'll see, like, this is one of the things that I love about the show is you get to know these women.
Yeah.
You get to see, like, how they ended up where they are and why they are who they are and whatever.
Yeah.
And so I guess that's my thing is I'm so interested in that.
Yeah.
That, like, I forget that, oh, yeah,
It's
10
just part
seconds
of the
ago,
story.
so-and-so had a fucking strap on, and, like, in
Went to
that
town
flashback,
on Nancy.
you know.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to me when I talk to other people who watch the show, and they bring up,
There's too much
they're
sex.
like, oh, there's too much sex.
Do you think
because-
that them saying that they are closet lesbians?
No, I think they're... And maybe, I don't know. Sometimes people can be made
I mean? I feel like
uncomfortable by it because of how it might make them feel.
Yeah.
I think, too, some people are just uncomfortable with sex. A friend of mine was going...
how it makes them feel.
Another person that I know, a friend of mine, she was going to go see Book of Mormon.
Mm-hmm.
And her daughter was like, there's no way I'm going to go see that with you, Mom. And she's like, well, why not? It's supposed to be a great show, blah, blah, blah. It gets all these great reviews. She's like, I'm not going to sit next to you while all of that inappropriate content is going on. So what I think it is a lot of times, whether it's how you personally feel about it,
Yeah.
whether you're like, oh shit, am I into this?
Well,
or
yeah, that's just an uncomfortable situation in itself.
Well, so I think there's a lot of people who are uncomfortable, even if it's just them sitting by themselves.
Right.
And I wonder with these people who've brought it up with Orange is the New Black, I wonder if they feel the same way with other shows that have heterosexual sex scenes.
Right.
And a lot of them. Like, are they just uncomfortable watching sex scenes in general?
Yeah.
Or is it the
I'm starting to
dynamic of the individuals in the sex scene that they're uncomfortable with?
I think I'm like you, Aaron, when it comes to sex scenes. I'm not really paying attention.
Oh my god, okay.
Because that's like Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, like, they do have a lot of sex scenes and stuff like
that.
that.
It's all incestual.
Yeah, there's that too. But to me, I'm just like, the story I just think is like really good. And same with when I watched the first season of Orange is the New Black. Like, now that you were talking about it, I'm like, I don't even think I remember any of the sex stuff.
Like, I remember it when other people bring it up. I'm like, oh yeah,
but,
there
like,
was
off the
that.
top of my head right now,
So-
I can't even remember anything. I can tell you like the stories.
If you had
and
a
everything like that.
choice between killing your neighbor or watching porn with your parents, which one would you pick?
Do you get away with the murder?
Yes.
Yeah, then kill my neighbors.
kill the neighbor.
I feel like that's just going to be the answer all around, universal. Like, I feel like that is the most uncomfortable.
Actually, wait. I
Like-
don't know. Watching porn with my parents, though, might be kind of funny just because a mom would just have to comment on everything.
Oh,
what was she in? She was in something
Well,
else.
what
I
about-
swear
I
to God.
recognize her. I recognize
Did
her.
you go to
Julie,
school with
That's
her?
your cousin.
Oh wait, Steve, you don't have to pause it because I gotta go to the bathroom. But don't worry, you don't have to pause it.
Yeah.
Dad pauses it anyway.
Uh-huh.
Steven, I told you didn't have to
I
pause
told you
it.
not to pause it. I swear. Didn't you go to elementary school with this girl? I swear. I know her name's not Poo Poo Kitty Fuck, but I know it's a real name.
I think it's Jolie.
I think it's Julie. Do you remember her, Julie?
Walkenbacker. Anyway.
What about you, Natalie? Would you watch porn with your parents?
Oh my God.
I think the commentary
Hell no.
alone, maybe I would. I don't know. It's kind of.
I mean,
I would rather
it
suffer
with
that
my mom.
awkwardness than
I could not watch it with my dad.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
yeah, because I'm thinking about it now.
That
Because
would
I don't have
creep
a
me
problem
the
with any of
fuck
my
out.
neighbors, so
I wouldn't.
There's
And
no one to kill.
I don't want that kind of blood on my hands unless it's a zombie apocalypse, and I'm like, fuck you, you're not stealing my rations.
Actually, yeah, I think I would
Or my
videotape
porn.
it and then just put it on. Put the commentary.
So,
on,
I guess too, it
YouTube.
depends on the porn.
Yeah. Right. I'm talking nasty.
It should be like backdoor sluts like 4, and mom's gonna be like, I don't understand this. I have to see the other 3 to follow the story. You can't just make
See,
me
it's
jump
so
into the
funny.
first one.
I want
that
to do a
girl's
better
really
impression
thirsty.
of Mom,
Yeah.
because Mom does not sound like that.
No, I know,
But close.
Not really.
I
You
mean,
sound more like Linda
you
Belcher.
sound more like your mom.
yeah,
than-
but I like over exaggerating, Mom.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's so.
I do that with my dad.
because I was like her the one time. She's like,
It's okay. They're Canadian. It doesn't mean they're bad people, though.
Oh God, no. My mom was talking. This is an adorable. Oh my God, this is so cute. So Steve and I are at dinner with my mom,
Yeah.
and my mom was talking about our uncle who is Canadian and he's a lawyer, and she was talking. My parents have been talking with him, just trying to get an idea of like legal things. And my mom is like, well, he's Canadian, but the way she said it made it sound like I mean, I know he's Canadian, but he's a really nice guy. And the way my mom meant it was how, like, yes, the laws are different in Canada, but at least he still has a knowledge of the legal world.
Just because he's Canadian doesn't mean he's not a horrible person. It's not like he's Hitler. It's not like I'm getting advice from Hitler. It's a Canadian. Two completely different things.
Okay, now you're sounding too much like the Mad Hatter.
A little bit, yeah.
Mad Hatter's up here.
Yeah,
I love that talking about. So,
anyways,
but yeah, that's funny.
No, we're gonna get your mom down. I will coach you to sound more like mom.
Which I think it's funny that you think I sound like Linda Belcher.
You sound more like Linda Belcher than you sound like a character of mom.
I can't pinpoint it, but I've heard it before.
Apparently, I have a Linda Belcher impersonation now.
Well, it's not quite Linda Belcher, but it sounds
why would
more.
You say that?
Because it sounds more like Linda Belcher than it sounds like mom.
Then go pee. Announce it somewhere.
And she's bored of our argument.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think it's interesting that when you talk about certain things, some people bring up sex right away when you bring up certain shows.
Yeah, I'm more into the dynamic of a story and whatnot. If a story hooks me and stuff, because I know Sammy, that was the thing. Like I don't know if it was the violence or the sex, because she was very picky about something with Game of Thrones, and that's why she wouldn't watch it. And I was like, really? And in my head, I'm like, okay, yeah.
But she plays video games.
Yeah,
so
she's weird. I already knew this. Yeah, but it was just one of those weird like things where it's all like, yeah, but I'm like, to me, I was just like not even thinking about the sex or the violence. Sometimes I'm just like, I just like the story. I think the story's really
now. One thing for me, I just started watching Mad Men.
If it's yellow,
I haven't.
Mellow.
I haven't watched.
So I just started watching Mad Men.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know. I've heard a lot of really good things about it.
I heard that it's not John Hamm. It's John Hamm's penis that plays that character.
Yeah, apparently he has a very big penis, but I don't know whose is bigger.
I haven't
seen
his penis.
Oh no, he's never shown it. It's just been.
I've seen it.
It's just
many
been,
times.
It's just been known
through his very very thin pants because he refuses to wear any underwear ever.
But
which I congratulate.
Yeah, him and Liam.
How he's not gonna get
Liam Neeson have apparently a huge cock.
It's how he's never getting cancer. Testicular cancers because he doesn't wear underwear and then he wears thin pants.
Well, and he's got a lot he'd probably have to have some kind of like special wheelbarrow underwear.
So anyway. My thing with Mad Men is I get mad when I watch the show.
Become a Mad Men?
I get mad at the men.
Yeah.
And I know it's because they're representing that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I get mad.
Is it the 50s?
It's the 60s. It's it's the early 60s. And it goes, apparently ends in the 70s. Yeah. But, so right now at this point, it's like 1961. I'm only in the first season, so it's like 61.
Business/war era.
And what
corporate
has what gets me upset about it, and I don't know, it's kind of slow going, but a lot of people have told me that it's a really great show and that I should watch it, so blah, blah, blah.
That's what I keep hearing about Arrow, so.
What the fuck is Arrow?
Arrow is the...
Aerospace?
Arrow's the bullshit of what they should have just called it Green Arrow.
Oh,
but a lot of people are like, "Oh, Arrow, the guy who plays Stephen Amell, the guy."
Because I hear Arrow and I think of
Me and My Arrow.
Yeah, I think of Harry Nielsen.
Thank you. Well, it wasn't until this season that he finally calls himself the Green Arrow. No, first off,
the Green Arrow, so that means turn left.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's that's what I kept hearing. I watched.
Or right.
I tried watching that show, and people are like, "Oh, it gets better." I'm like, they're like, "You got to give it more than 2 episodes." I'm like, "I'm 7 episodes in.
Right.
When does it get better?" And they're like, "Oh, the second season is phenomenal." So I go into the second season. You just gotta wait till it's always that same bullshit. So
with Mad Men, I'm enjoying it enough to see what the big deal is about it.
It's how John Hamm's penis is the big deal.
However, it is really hard to watch because of
I was not interested in it.
The fucking
bigotry
the bullshit. Like, they're in, like, one of the first couple of episodes, there's a business meeting where they have this female business owner or business partner, and she's sitting in the meeting and she wants them to do ads to get her better clientele or whatever. And John Hamm's character at one point just says, he gets up and yells at her, I refuse to allow a woman to talk to me that way. And I get uncomfortable, and like, I'm not uncomfortable watching lesbian sex scenes or the incest sex scenes or other shit, but I'm like, oh hell no, it's like, hell no, like, oh, and I'm like, I get it, it's part of the time, but shit, if I was alive then, I probably would have gotten like taken away to a rehab center to be like, no,
you're hysterical, we're gonna need to masturbate you so you feel better. But, which doesn't sound too bad. But no, I kind of like that part about the show because I feel like it kind of revs women up and it reminds them of how far we've come. Evolved.
So I want to know if any feminists have seen this show
come
now.
far enough. No, I know friends of mine who are feminists who've watched it.
I hope that they back that shit up because that's awesome.
The thing is being a feminist means you believe in equal rights.
No.
Period.
That's what I'm saying. There's the correct way of being a feminist, and then there's the extreme way where they just. That's the thing.
I forgot what the extreme way is.
The extreme way are like all men are evil and this is evil and that's evil.
Yeah, if that's what you're saying, you're not a fucking feminist.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought feminist was like, we want equal rights the same as men, which I totally agree.
And it's not even equal rights the same. It's like, you just believe in equality, period.
That's what I said. I don't see why a woman could do the same job a man does.
Like, they feel resentment, which is...
I understand that there are... So, really this is a thing. So, it's like, okay, a woman is 100% capable of doing any job any man could do, and a man is 100% capable of doing a job any woman could do. However, there are men out there who can't lift over 60 pounds, and there are women out there who can't lift over 60 pounds.
Yeah, women now can do full battle in the army or in any... They just made it equal combat fighting, and they can drive tanks now. Apparently, they weren't allowed to.
The problem is everybody has really good ideas, and everybody has things that need to go a certain way, but then there's those extremists who, like, there's somebody who's like, somebody's like, I'm a Christian, I believe in Jesus, that's my way, and some of that. But then there's the other ones who are like, you don't believe in Christ? You're going to hell. My way's the right way. All religions are wrong. Blah, blah, blah.
And that's the thing. Like, I know there are people out there who don't agree with everything that I feel is right.
And that's fine.
And that's totally cool. Totally cool.
Yeah.
There's actually an individual who I have...
Remain nameless?
Yeah. There's this individual who is, I mean, my God, he's probably 82. He's like probably between 78 and 82.
Damn, talk about Silver Fox.
And I was going to say, Aaron.
No, he's made comments about why are women in the workplace, and his wife asks him permission for things. It just things that, I get it, it's a generational thing.
Subservient.
And I was actually talking to my mom about Mad Men and why I get annoyed at the show when I'm watching it.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, Erin, that was the time. She's like, you feel the way you feel now because the generation that you've grown up in and the way that you've been brought up and the things that have been around you.
Well, what's interesting to me is I was brought up in that subservient, like my mom do whatever my dad asked kind of situation. And I remember when I was young and witnessing it and being like, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Like, I am not letting no man tell me what to do, how to do, whatever. Like, at a young age, just noticing this and being like, fuck this. Not going to happen.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why I'm very independent and not so, I don't know. But that was like, Well, even then, like, you know.
And that's like my thing is that my mom's trying to chalk it up to it's because when, like, the era that we were raised in, women were allowed to do more things. But I don't know. Like, I feel like there's something in individuals. Because I know,
mean, we're definitely going to grow it out. Like, there's only so much left of that kind of failed thinking. But, and I can't wait for that day.
But then, okay, so let's even think about...
It's going to take a while.
So there's an individual that we recently saw, and they were talking about how they're too old to marry for money.
Why is everyone looking at me?
No, I'm looking at Natalie. I don't know. Okay, so so there's a mutual acquaintance of ours, and they said something about how they're getting too old to marry for money, and that's not an option of theirs anymore, and they're really concerned about not being able to have children and blah blah blah.
Okay, I get it now. Sorry.
And
I was like, wait, what?
Like the first few times that this individual had said things like that, I tried to make jokes about it, and then I realized that they actually
slap you.
Well, because they actually think this way, and like,
well, I definitely know that's
like a
legitimate,
option, but that's like a legitimate
not
concern.
What I'm looking for, yeah.
Well,
but I mean, it's sad because
it's just sad that here's this talented, beautiful individual who is all hung up on the fact that
didn't get hugs enough when they were younger,
right? So it's even within our own generation, there's still like plenty of women out there who feel like...
There was these like ghetto girls that I worked with, and every single weekend, every night, at the clubs that the basketball players hang out at the clubs where the baseball players hang out at, like just looking for fucking dick money.
And it's a really sad thing to think that, like, dude, Steve, you should totally go to a basketball game and get some dick money.
Yeah.
You might be surprised.
No.
You could clean up.
No,
I think you could clean up.
I highly doubt. Considering how I don't have very good...
You could get yourself a daddy.
Let's put it this way, with Mom's reaction at Thanksgiving, where as soon as you mention a female's name, Mom's like, oh, and then I'm like, she's a lesbian, Mom, and she's like, oh.
Oh my god. Well, I feel really okay. So, podcast listeners, earlier today, my and Steve's older brother Kyle got married to mine and Natalie's good friend Lindsay.
Yes.
And super happy for them. Super happy for them. However, I feel awful for them at this point because until Steve, Ryan, or I get into, or Doug, Lindsay's brother, get into some semi-serious relationship, not only are my parents, but her parents are going to be hounding them for
babies.
When are you having, like, my mom actually said this
yes, your mom. I don't have a mother.
Yeah, you don't have a mother. You were a bastard semen fortress.
I was a semen puddle floor baby.
Yeah, that's what you were. Gross. That's a weird thing to think about.
Kids.
Semen puddle floor babies.
I've seen a lot of those. I've slipped on a few.
I'm thinking about like Alex Mack when she used to melt into like a silver like puddle.
Alex Mack,
yeah.
Who the hell is this?
You never watched Alex Mack?
No, I just brought up Calista Explains It All before. She was like, I'll take your word for it, Steve.
Yeah, I was like, is she coming over later?
You didn't watch
Mack. Wow,
Nickelodeon in the 90s.
I'm telling you, that's something 90-something show on this network's gotta come up.
I didn't like...
I think you would like Alex Mack.
I watched Hey Dude, and
I remember Hey Dude.
Salute Your Shorts.
And Doug and Salute Your Shorts.
Alex Mack was It was Larissa Olenek, actually. She was also in the Babysitter's Club movie.
Oh.
But so she...
And wasn't she in 10 Things I Hate About You?
Yeah, she was. She was Bianca.
With Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
And
Heath Ledger.
Give me more.
Oh. So basically, in Alex Mack, it's the secret world of Alex Mack. And Alex Mack is walking home from school one day or walking to school one day. She's in middle school. This truck drives by and this big barrel of bright yellow and black hazardous waste falls off and spills all over her. Well, so after that, she discovers she has these weird secret powers from soaking up all this hazardous waste into her skin. So it's like she's really sensitive to sunlight, and she can do this thing where she can melt
That's
into
a bad message because you're telling kids to go hang out in toxic waste.
Go play in toxic waste.
You'll get super Howard.
Yeah.
Super Howards?
Super
Howards.
Hello, we're the Super Howards. We're here to help you. Except for you, because you look like a puddle of semen floor baby. I am not touching
So she did she realized one of her secret powers was she could
people
melt into a puddle.
Oh.
She would just melt into a puddle, and then she could move around. So she could, like, leave a situation. But I think something happened where, like, when she reformed, she'd be naked.
Yeah, I don't know if her clothing came, or she had to adapt to that. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a while.
Like,
I'm going to look it up on...
Funny.
But the weird part, like, the liquid, it basically looked like liquid metal from, like, T-1000.
Yeah, it totally looked like that. Yeah. So it'd be this, like...
Yeah.
Puddle.
Just like zipping
I'm
away.
trying to remember like how
it
many
was like
seasons
just
that
like
came through. Because I remember that she
away.
started like getting new powers at one point. Or
That is the weirdest
I
power
look it up.
I have ever heard.
Melt into a puddle.
Turning into a puddle and then moving, sloshing around.
I think she had something with static electricity too. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna see if it's on YouTube.
I'm just doing that right now.
Yeah, that's all I could think of when you said secret puddle floor babies. Oh, but back to poor Lindsay and Kyle being hounded about grandbabies.
Wow, we're in for 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 1994 to 98.
Damn.
I know that face.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever saw the show though, and I kind of.
Let me see.
You're gonna
let me see if I'm pulling
you'll
up.
gonna love it.
I'm Alpha. I was just an average kid until an accident changed my life. And since then, nothing's been the same.
Yeah, she could shoot like lights out or something.
That's why I think the static electricity. The sound effects.
And then she gets psychic ability.
So what does she do with these powers? Does she save the world or? No, she just gets in a bunch of trouble.
My sister Annie thinks I'm a science project.
She basically has awkward run-ins.
Not even my
Especially the
parents.
first socially awkward kid with superpowers.
Yeah, she's an adolescent teenager with superpowers.
Huh.
And a crush on like her friend's brother or some bullshit. I mean, it's Nickelodeon.
Good for them.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But-
Alex Mack.
Alex Mack.
The Secret World of Alex Mack.
Brought to you by the
Semen.
Underground... Oh, no.
Brought to you by the semen puddle of
Floor Babies. Yeah. But I guess, not Natalie. Mom said on Thanksgiving, she's like, yeah, when Kyle was telling me about the wedding, I was hoping he was going to be telling me that Lindsay was pregnant. I'm like, really?
I was like,
That's all
Are they even
want.
trying? Just curious.
I don't know.
most like, look, I made the joke with Kyle. I was like, look at you, man. You got the house and you're getting married. What next? A baby on the, way? I don't even know if it is on the way. If it is, then I'm just like, man, you're just trying to knock shit out, aren't you? It's like, house, baby, done.
Yeah, dog.
As far as
No, he
I
already
know,
has dogs.
See, good.
As far as I know, Lindsay, like, there's one day where
Dog.
Lindsay's all about. There's like one day Lindsay's all about babies. The next day she's kind of about babies. 20 minutes later she's like, fuck kids. So
Okay, maybe
know.
it's time to wait a little more.
Yeah, I think they just need to. I mean, they just got the house.
Or
they just
maybe
got
it just
married.
needs to happen. And
Yeah, it happens. It happens. I mean, that's the
Boom.
funny
how
part.
about no pressure?
That's
I
what
want
said.
babies.
No,
Let's watch
that's what I
them.
said. If it happens,
What?
it happens. They don't need. I'm not saying don't plan for it. Well, this was happening with my friends.
That's why
now.
I hate that they're gonna be getting it from like both sides, the parents. Like,
But yeah,
I hope they're getting
like I've been
something.
saying, like on Facebook feeds, all my Facebook feeds. I just saw a buddy of mine who got engaged, and then like a week later, it was like, and we're expecting. It's like
now I get it.
But like everyone's like
Yeah.
everyone's getting engaged, everyone's having kids. I'm like everyone's getting married or getting engaged or having kids, and I'm sitting here just waiting for the DLC for Fallout 4.
right?
That is so funny. I literally had this conversation already today.
Ugh. It's part of our. It's our age.
I know.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I should be farther on in life, I guess.
If I had an extra $600,
I'm like, how about a failed engagement? I got that on top of all y'all.
Let's talk about future
That's
bacon.
True. Never done that
Future
before.
bacon.
Future bacon. I know somebody whose aunt breeds pigs for pets. And if I had an extra $600 right now, I would be adopting myself a micro pig. It's not supposed to get more. It's a micro mini pig.
Yeah,
it gets to be 20 pounds.
Yeah.
It'd be like Gracie sized.
Yeah.
And I already decided if I get a pig, I'm going to name it Future Bacon.
Future loves bacon.
Future loves bacon. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Actually, when you said Future Bacon, I thought you heard the news about Kevin Bacon.
I have already a name for my pig, and it's Mr. Pigglesworth. He's out there somewhere.
Should we start a crowdfundme or a Kickstarter or whatever?
Don't do a Kickstarter.
So we can get a pig.
You need an Indiegogo page.
We can hold him at my house.
You need a crowdfunding page that you don't have to give anything back to people.
Okay, so Indiegogo.
Maybe you have to research these.
We'll
because I know
research.
Kickstarter usually people put money in and you have to get something back.
The Underground Railroad, Noodle and Moon
Future
need pigs.
Bacon Fund.
Noodle and Moon need pigs fund.
Mm-hmm,
I like Future Bacon.
Well,
Fund.
Future Bacon is going to be my pig, but Mr. Pigglesworth is going to be Natalie's.
Uh-huh.
How about the Pigs in a Blanket
Pigsy
Fund?
for short. Perhaps, or just.
I don't know. I'm just shooting things.
Well, we'll figure it out. Well, let's research this because I was like, I think I wanted to get a second dog, but maybe I'll just get a pig.
I definitely think that would be a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
I'm definitely down for that. Since my monkey didn't come through, but
it's still stuck in
Still
customs.
Pray for
Still
Mojo.
stuck in customs.
But what was I gonna say?
Aaron knows what I'm talking about.
I'm laughing inside.
Now, the Simpsons episode where Homer gets a helper monkey to use for himself, and some of the lines in that, there was the one where Grandpa, he's like, now wait here, I'm going to take the monkey for a ride, Grandpa. And then he drives off with the monkey, and Grandpa just sits there, he's like, I can't wait to eat that monkey. And then Homer basically gets the monkey fat and lazy and everything like that, so Homer drops it off back at the place where they got it, because he's like, I don't want to take care of this. And he runs off, and the monkey's sitting there almost dead. And the doctor's like, what do you need? What do you need? So he brings out the speak and spell, because that's how the monkey was talking, and literally just types in, pray for Mojo. Because it was dying.
Yeah. Mojo was his name?
Yeah, Mojo.
Okay.
Why is Mojo such a popular monkey name?
I can't remember another monkey named Mojo.
Mojo Jojo.
That doesn't exist.
I know Mojo yogurt stand.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Speaking of yogurt.
This is what you're dropping everybody with their last pit of news.
If you get
yogurt.
a yeast infection, it's important to wash with yogurt. Stuff it up in there.
We have a rat at work, and we discovered it. Did I send you the photo?
Splinter?
I hope so. Oh my God,
funny.
I'm so sad right now. So, okay, we discovered we have a rat at work, and we discovered it because a lot of my coworkers eat yogurt, and they leave it in the cooler, in like the big floral cooler, and that's where I keep my lunch too. And one of my coworkers, she was cleaning out the cooler the other day, and she found a wrapper. It was like, you know, when like cream cheese when you get it in the brick and not in the tub.
Yeah.
So there was half of a cream cheese brick in there from when we had all gotten like bagels and cream cheese.
Rats love cheese.
And she found the shredded package of it on the floor, and she's like, that's fucking weird. So she goes and she's cleaning more, and she sees all of the yogurt had been bitten up, like ate the lids off of it. This rat in particular really liked the pineapple and the blueberry yogurts. He did not care for the other yogurts that were in the cooler. And he also decided to help himself to a tub of butter that was in there. My lunch, however, was untouched. Very respectful little rat. I feel like we're homies. So it was really upset. Like, so then the next morning we come in, and the rat helped himself to a box of chocolates that was going to go out with some roses for an order. So we're kind of debating right now. We're wondering if there's two rats, and one likes the candy and the other one, because one of them is, if it's still the same,
more than one.
There's usually, if you have one, you got 5.
Yeah.
So they've also been eating carnations in the cooler. So we're thinking the one is a little more health conscious, so it's eating
for the holidays.
The flowers and the yogurt, where the other one's just like, it's the fucking holiday season.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat the chocolate.
Yeah.
Or neither of them touched my lunch, though.
That's good.
And I think it's out of respect, but I also think it's because I had a lot of salad that day. And it was just fresh produce, and none of it was yummy fruit.
Like, we could go outside for this.
We're like, fuck this
like,
grass.
We could just, we're here for the good shit.
But it made me really sad this afternoon.
You caught one.
No.
One ate itself to death.
No.
I mean,
because apparently the exterminator came, and I saw some of the traps that they set. And it's like a big sticky pad with a huge dollop of peanut butter on it.
Yep, that'll do
it. So I
it.
know tomorrow when I come into work, I'm going to find my homies.
That'll do it.
It makes me sad.
You might find some
we
other
could just
things
do better
too.
Insulation on our,
You'll probably find a homeless guy connected to one of them.
Yeah.
I swear,
Dave might be there in the morning stuck to that trap.
Yeah.
Homeless Dave. He's so nice, though.
He is, but he's...
like, I just wanted some peanut butter.
I know.
I didn't know I was going to get stuck in this trap. This is ridiculous.
Yeah,
and I mean, his beard is so gnarly now that it's going to get it's ugh.
He's like, look at me. I have to shave. I might have to get a job now.
He's the no-shave November reigning champ for like 7 years straight.
You guys should see my armpits right now. They are
gnarly dead.
No,
Costa Rica in there.
I made the mistake of shaving my armpits.
3 weeks. 3 weeks since I've shaved my armpits, and I'm doing it to support France. Really.
So I made the mistake of shaving mine the other day.
I was about to say, are you doing it to support France or no biters yet?
No biters.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I immediately regretted it because I've got
next week. Natalie gets a date.
Well, when I lived in Portland, I never shaved.
Well, and that's
because
I never did.
It kept me warm.
Well, and two, the thing is when you shave that brand new skin, and then you're wearing layers, and it's in your armpits. Like, oh my gosh, I have the most irritated armpits now.
Yeah.
Because I shaved the other day and I've been wearing sweaters.
Mm-hmm.
It's bullshit. I prefer not shaving in the winter.
It's armpit abuse.
It is.
But
So on that note, kids.
Oh yeah, but by the way, speaking of IPAs,
get to your point.
The thing that I was going to talk about before we started the podcast, I feel like I should talk about it. Hanson.
Oh, I talked about this a while ago.
The brothers of Hanson. Oh.
Yeah.
Or the soda.
They started they started
Where were you? Gotta start listening to back shows.
What the nuts?
Was it on one of our casts?
No, it was on one of my casts.
Yeah,
that I busted
we've already discussed the fact that nobody on our network listens to each other's shows.
And you should.
Okay, well, never mind.
I enjoyed our show.
Never mind. Let's talk about razor burn in your armpit some more.
No, pop. Well, anyways, do they have any flavor?
Hops.
Whatever, pops. Yeah.
Hops because it's
go back to Socially Awkward
beer.
number 4 and you'll listen to all the good news.
So I was thinking that a really good name for fucking hops.
A laxative?
No, for a hop bee beer. What is it? Oh, hip hop bee.
Hip Hop Anonymous.
That's a pretty good one. The hot potato.
Hot spot.
There was a really yummy beer I tried.
I should have wrote it down.
There was I can't remember the brewery that it came from, but it was, instead of Ride or Die, it was Hop or Die. And they had really cool motorcycle art on the bottle.
Hopper Spaniel?
Hopper Spaniel would be funny.
That's a good one.
No, that's not the one, though.
Oh.
Hipper Hopper.
What is it? Oh
Hopper
my God,
Scotch.
It was
I
so
think that
funny.
Exists.
Fuck. I hate when I do that. I gotta call Heather. I think she might remember.
Anyway.
Is that your lifeline?
What are you most looking forward to this holiday season? Yeah.
I'm getting a big black axe.
Axe or ass?
Axe.
Okay. I thought you were getting like cosmetic surgery.
No.
To give yourself a bigger booty.
I pretty much am there in the booty department. I would definitely be going north if I wanted. But
you don't need a nose job, Natalie. Your nose is perfect.
No, I was thinking about
I'm kidding.
Making my nose bigger.
It's
He's
perfect
like,
just the way
I'm
it
going
is.
for the Joe look.
Yeah. I want to sing better, so I feel like if I have a bigger nose.
It might help.
Yeah.
You're thinking Streisand.
The Streisand syndrome.
Streisand syndrome.
But Hopper's natural. Fuck. Sorry.
Steve, what are you most looking forward to?
I guess surviving. Who knows?
Okay, that's a good one.
Hallelujah.
That's actually really good.
Hallelujah.
That is really good. Church on that.
Praise be. Praise be.
Holly
I
fuck
really don't have any.
lords.
And what about you, my dearest Aaron Ski?
I'm looking forward to something that I'm already experiencing, and it's being covered in pine sap every day. Yeah. I smell like a forest after work every day. It's amazing. I love
you
Christmas.
are like one of those car
I'm like an air freshener. Yeah. Like the first day we got wintergreen.
You go into
work,
people's houses just to
Oh yeah. No, like, and even we just get big boxes of evergreen, like
I want to roll in it.
That we're
Evergreen
just chopping up
Paris.
and putting into arrangements all day.
Do you
and
ever
Gracie freaks out when I get home. Like, she just sniffs the shit out of me.
She's like, why weren't I
She's like,
involved
what?
in
You
this
went without me?
nature?
Yeah, she's like, you went to the forest without me?
She's like, God damn it, Mom, you're so selfish.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck
She's like,
you.
you know I want to
am
roll
gonna be-
myself in some dead
You know what?
carcass.
You
No,
can
to
see
despite
some
you,
of
I'm gonna
my
roll in some
fat
semen
stains.
floor
Puddle babies.
Puddle babies. And dead foxes. That's those are her special treats.
Yeah, those are her.
So, podcast listeners, you should talk to us on Twitter or Facebook.
You know what? Call me, baby.
And tell us
because
what
you can call us
you're
on
looking.
our cell phones.
If Natalie wants to give out her number, I'll give it out right now.
No, it was a joke. She was saying call me maybe.
485-99-72.
Cabinet 4, Cabinet 4. We got a black
69,
ass
69.
coming our way.
Black ass.
It's an axe.
Axe.
You
Paul Bunyan.
filthy hooligans.
All right. We love you guys.
Love you long
Check
time.
us out. Twat us at Noodle and Moo.
Tweedle our twats. Love you.
Bye.
This has been another fine production of the 4i Radio Network. For more great shows, check out www.4iradio.com and twiddle that twat.